J is for Justice podcast.
Jay, I like your podcasts.
Roberta.
This is David Carter's call with Tammy Lee. So he first called, I don't know if he called the main number, but that was included. I just didn't include it in this. And he left a message and said he wanted to talk to someone about the Chris Watts case. He didn't specifically ask for her. So I just wanted to preface that because there's a recording of him leaving a message with whoever handles Chris Watts.
Yep.
And then they said, okay, we'll get you to that person. And then she called. Now, does she even look the same? This is her now.
No,
No,
not even
totally
close.
That is her now. Okay, so let's take a listen. No, I don't think that was him, Leotech. I think that was Dylan Tallman.
Yeah, it was Dylan's fiance.
Yeah, this guy was in with Chris 2 different times in Dodge.
Hello?
Hey, is this Daniel?
No, it's actually David.
It's David. Okay.
She couldn't even get his name right. Daniel? Like the dude left a message and said it was David.
Sorry, I thought your first name was Daniel.
You said Tammy Lynn was your name?
Yes.
Okay. You said you was calling me about a voicemail left on H7's voicemail?
Yeah, that's correct. So I'm actually the one that handled that case, so I was just going to call back. I had another lady call me, probably last week, that said that you had information as well, that you had been an inmate with Chris Watts in prison.
Yeah, I was at Dodge with him on 2 different occasions.
Okay.
I was in Dodge whenever he first got there in 2018. And then I was there last September all the way to February with him. And he told me that Nicole killed his daughters and killed Shan. And he couldn't kill his daughters because they felt that he shouldn't kill his daughters because he wouldn't be able to stomach being able to kill them.
Okay. So he said that Nikki killed the little kids, the little girls, and he killed his wife?
Yeah, and he was protecting her because he didn't want her to go to prison. He was already going down for murders anyway, so he was never getting out.
Mm-hmm. Why did he decide to tell you this?
Because we talked a lot about the church, and I told him that I wouldn't judge him. I just wanted to know what was going on, and that's when he told me that Nicole killed his daughters and killed Shan.
And he was going to go down for it anyway, so he might as well just take responsibility for all of it?
Yeah, he didn't want Nicole or Nikki to take any of it because he loved her and he wanted to protect her.
Okay, I'm going to pause. Thoughts?
Pure silence. She didn't say nothing after he was just silent.
No.
She doesn't
Do you
sound
believe him?
shocked at all.
Do you believe him? Yeah,
Yeah.
Krugs. Do you
I do.
believe him?
I do.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of believe him too. Because number one, he'd already served his time. He was
Yep.
already out. So he wasn't trying to like get a deal or get out early or anything like that. He was already done. Secondly, he called her Tammy Lynn. And I don't think that if he really planned this and it was, you know, this big concocted plan, he would definitely know it was Tammy Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And he called her Tammy Lynn. And I feel like it was organic. I don't think he did that to kind of smooth. I feel like it's organic. Thanks. And I wanted to share something from what we were talking about just a minute ago about, you know, when Ronnie found out what happened to the girls and how he had to reach out to Cindy and things like that, and how they may have seen on the news a different story than what Chris was saying. And this is straight from Cindy. And she says, I didn't watch TV because I had my grandchildren. I knew something was wrong when Jamie and Robert came to the house. That's her daughter and her husband. So Ronnie had called his daughter and asked her to go over to the house to be with Cindy when the news was given to her, right? because she loved those grandchildren. I mean, she loved those babies. So her friend took the kids and then they came over and told me they were all dead. This is from Cindy. I fell to the floor. My legs gave out. So that was what was going on, on their end. And it's just a utter shame that this went down the way that it went down.
It is.
Bella Blonde says she believes David Carter. He had nothing to lose.
He didn't.
He didn't. And he wasn't out looking for fame. He didn't run right to the media. He went to her.
And I remember when he was making several calls. He was calling quite often. He wasn't just calling once.
All right, let's continue listening. So we were at that awkward silence, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Where she says, why did he tell you this? And he had like a legit answer. Like, we talk about the church. We talk about the Bible. We talk about forgiveness. And I asked him what was going on. I told him I wouldn't judge him. I mean, I don't know. Could Chris have opened up to this guy? Possibly.
And when did he tell you this? In 2018 or this last time?
This was last time whenever I went there.
So, and you said September to February of what years?
September 2020 to 2021. I just got out in February.
Okay, so there you go, Heather. September of 2020 to February of 2021. He was in with Chris, and that was the time when Chris said this. What, Heather? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no, I heard it that time. I just missed it before.
So what is that? I mean, does that change things for you? That it was like just as early as 2021?
Not really. I would say if it was like when he was first incarcerated, then yeah, that might change my mind because he did give a lot of different stories to a lot of different people at that time. But now that it's further on, I don't think he quite does that anymore, but I mean, I don't talk to the guy, so.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely didn't hear this all over YouTube. I mean, I never heard it.
Mm-mm.
I don't know if it's even on YouTube.
I've heard other calls from him before on YouTube.
I've never heard these calls.
No, not
That's what I'm talking about. So I'm saying, like, the legitimacy, it makes me believe it more.
Yep.
Look at a lot of people have not. Leo's never heard of it.
Which is messed up. Why wasn't it in the news that this guy was coming forward saying, after all this time, like at this point, Chris thinks he's in there forever. He's not getting out. Everything's done. He can't plea. Why not tell the truth? Why not open up to somebody and get, unload your heart and say, this is what happened? Why not? And I believe they 100% protected NK's rights more than Chris's or his family's rights. They blasted this on the news before his family could even have a minute to process what had happened. It wasn't only the Ruseks that lost these babies. It was the Watts as well. And they didn't give them 1 second. But damn, they covered her up, changed her name, and she'd be gone. Nothing.
Yeah. New identity. I mean, that's really unheard of. Really unheard of. I mean, Amber Fry didn't get a new identity.
No. And her phone pinging that morning. I'm sorry. I can't get past that. I don't.
Oh, neither can I. Neither can I. I can't get past that either. Okay, so let's keep listening.
Okay. And you were, like, did you share a room with him, or how did that work?
I was actually on the same unit with him whenever he got there because he was being protected, and I was on the psychiatric unit. So they kept all of us on the same unit together.
And what is compelling you to tell us this now?
Because I didn't want to come forward because I'm afraid for my safety, but I also wanted justice for them little girls and Shanann. I didn't want. I think that whoever else is involved needs to be.
Yeah, for sure. Did he give you any details about how it happened?
He said that Nikki smothered the girls and he choked Shanann out, and he didn't want the baby. He didn't want Nico, and he was afraid that she was going to take the house and that he would never see the kids. And they wanted to live together, so that's why he did. But I don't really, like, all I know is that he had choked Shanann and she smothered the girls.
Do you know if she helped do anything else as far as their disposal or?
Yeah,
What? What?
Mm-hmm.
What? Why is she asking him about the disposal?
Yeah.
What? They're still unsure about the disposal.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I think they're still
What?
unsure about a lot.
I mean, there's
what?
no way.
I didn't even notice this earlier. What?
There's no way in God's creation he had the time that morning to do all of that. There's no way.
Wait, what?
And deadlifting Shanann into the truck by himself.
I can rewind a little bit. Let's see.
Could have said something other than
I
this.
believe he said that she helped him get those the babies in the oil tank and that got buried Shanann.
Sorry, I'm just taking some notes.
I'm sure you are.
Do you know anything else about what he said? Do you remember anything else?
I don't remember anything else at this point, probably because I try not to think about it. But yeah, is this the number to call you back on?
It is. Yeah, for sure. This is my cell phone. So, would you consider yourself kind of his friend in there? Like, was he like confiding in you, or how did it get brought up?
Yeah, I talked to him a lot. Whenever I first met her, we talked a lot about the Bible because he's real religious now. And I told him that I can't judge him for what he's done or what happened, but I like to know what was going through his head. And then over time, as I was spending time with him, is when I opened up to me.
What did he say was going through his head?
That everything was just too much, and he didn't want Nico to begin with, and he just wanted his life to start over and not worry about what man was gonna try to do to him.
That's his background, by the way.
So, where are you at now?
Okay, I live in Wisconsin. Yeah.
Oh, you live in Wisconsin? Okay.
Yeah, in Green Bay.
How far is that from Dodge?
About an hour.
It gets better.
County's over.
Okay.
They usually only keep you there for to staff see where you're going, but this last time I didn't have the time, so they just kept me in Dodge.
Okay. And then, how long were you in there in 2018? Do you know the dates you were in there?
Yeah, I went there in October 2018, and I got out in January 2019.
So he was in there October of 18 until January. When was Chris taken to Dodge? In January?
I don't think it was that late.
Oh, no, because November was the sentencing. Beginning of November, he was sentenced. So they probably overlapped in Dodge for a couple months. So Chris was probably there first. Or no, he was there first.
Yeah.
If he went there in October.
And then Chris showed up.
And then Chris showed up. And then that dude got out in January. And then they came to visit him in March of that year, of 19. These calls were way after 2019.
2
'Cause
years after.
Yes, he got out in February of 21. And yeah. All right, let's keep listening.
And when do you think this would have been in your last stint? September to February. When in there do you think he would have opened up to you? Do you know when?
There's a, I don't know the exact date, but October.
In October? Okay. Did you talk at all about like having to drug the little girls or like how he mothered
What?
them or when? What?
Wow.
Do you hear these questions? She's entertaining this.
She is. Absolutely, 100%.
She does not think he's full of shit. She's trying to get info. Still. Oh my God.
You know when?
There's a, I don't know the exact date, but October.
In October? Okay. Did you talk at all about like having to drug the little girls or like how he mothered them or when? At what point he mothered them?
He said that she smothered them with a blanket or a sheet. I want to say that it was at the gravesite, but I'm not sure.
So that she was out there? Did she help them get in the oil tanks and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God. What are you guys thinking?
I'm in shock a little bit.
Yeah,
And I believe him.
I do too.
I believe him.
The more I listen to it, and
Yeah.
this is only the second time I've listened through it, but yeah, he's not just pulling this out of his ass. You can
And we
tell.
all know. I mean, we've said since day one, we didn't think he could get all of that done in such a quick time, get back home and be like not all sweaty and dirty and look like, I mean, he had to have been like frantically digging and putting her in and putting them up there. And those stairs that's a lot of stairs and lifting them. And he would have been soaked with sweat. And
Well, there's, and that's the thing too. And that's going to be a whole nother episode. But talking about the ladders, there's something really perplexing that I was told. And it involves those openings, and it involves the fact that maybe they weren't put in those hatches. So we're going to talk about that because 8-inch hatch, get an 8-inch plate.
But didn't they find tissue or hair on the tops of them?
They said there was hair on one, but an 8-inch plate. Literally, like, we're going to do this on a live. We're going to get a plate. And I'm going to show you. It extends not far past your fingers.
So do you think they did it from the side things and then pumped stuff in there?
I don't think they would have had time to pump anything in.
How did they get in there then?
The side hatches.
But the oil would have come out. They had to drain them first. They had to drain them into that side.
I don't know. I don't know if there's other hatches on those. I don't know anything about it. All I'm saying is we're going to go over the size of the top where they say they were put through. I don't know where else they could have been put, but I do want to show that I don't think they were put in those top ones. I can't tell you where they were put, but we're going to go over the size of those and how it's really not even, I mean, without being graphic and saying, like broken bones and things like that. But do you remember the Dr. Phil episode that was deleted? Where he talked about the broken bones. And it was deleted. NK did not clock in that day. Remember, that was the day she forgot.
Yep. That was
she pinged. Yeah. Not only that, she pinged there that morning. She pinged there. She forgot to clock in. Come on. And she's calling Jim at 6:30 in the morning from Frederick. Why?
Yep.
All right, let's
And
keep
she-
listening.
And don't get Jim involved.
Yeah.
Well, I think she always called Jim after she had talked to Chris. It was like she would talk to Chris and then call Jim.
Yep. And
This is a whole nother.
And they were
rabbit
both
hole.
sick. Her and Jim were both sick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were sick. Mm.
So if FBI, Graham Coder and I, we're the ones that worked on the case. If we wanted to come out there and talk to you, would you be willing to like have a actual formal interview with us?
Yeah, I can do that.
Would you be willing to do that? Okay. So I have your number. Let me talk to him, and can I get with you next week, and we can maybe figure out a time to come chat with you?
Yeah, today's actually my birthday, so I'm trying to take it.
Happy birthday!
35, so yeah.
Very cool.
Odd.
Very
Oh,
cool.
I know. She makes me want to hurl.
Literally.
But she's asking, hey, if I talk to Graham Coder and he's down, will you meet with us in person if we fly to Wisconsin?
See, she
What?
believes him. If she
wants
didn't
to
believe
fly back
him,
out there. What the She wants to go back to Wisconsin. Okay, it gets better. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm mind blown by this shit.
So next
Yeah,
week?
that number you can get a hold of me.
Okay. Okay, perfect. And you have my number. That's the my cell phone number that I gave you. So I'll put you in my cell phone, and so if there's anything else that comes up before I get back with you next week, give me a shout, okay?
Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, David. I appreciate it.
Have a good week.
All right. You too. Bye-bye.
Okay, call number 2.
Hello?
Hey,
Hey, Tammy, how's it going?
good. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. So I talked to Graham Coder, the FBI guy.
Yeah.
That was with me. So we're still trying to work on trying to figure stuff out. We're trying to get, any kind of, corroborating evidence that we can find to show that she was possibly involved. As far as like phone data and, all of that kind of stuff. So we're still working on our end with that stuff. Kind of going back through records and things like that. So, have you learned anything since we talked last, or?
Just that he said that she was there and that she killed the girls and he killed Nan and wanted to be with her. And he didn't want Nico was hesitant that she was going to make him do like Shanann.
Say that again, the last part?
That he didn't want whatever Shanann was going to try to do to her.
Okay. You mean as far as like keeping the kids from him and stuff?
Yeah,
Or?
the kids from him and everything else. Can you hold on 1 second one more time? I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
That's okay. So, and David, I don't know if this is going to be, a thing or not, but would you be willing to take a polygraph to show that you're telling the truth about what Chris told you?
Yeah, I would be willing to do that.
Okay. Well, let me, Graham is out of pocket the next few days, so let me get with him, and like I said, we're still going over some records. And as soon as I can figure that out, I talked to the boss in our major crimes unit, and we're going to try and see if there's a possibility we could come out and chat with you and possibly do a polygraph.
Okay.
Just so we can, show that it's legit.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
Okay. So if you have any other, if anyone contacts you or if you have any questions, you can text me or give me a shout. But otherwise, I'll probably just give you a shout next week, and after we have some more time to go through some records and see what we can find.
Okay.
Okay.
That works.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
thank you.
Sounds good. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I think that's it.
she loves her polygraphs, doesn't she?
I mean, he straight up said, yeah.
Yeah, didn't even hesitate.
Nope.
Said it twice,
What the
actually.
And did they ever polygraph him?
Okay, so that's where that gets interesting. So he ended up being ignored. So there's more audio that I received. I haven't been able to go through it all. So I didn't want to like just play it before I could listen to it. But it's him following up, calling the CBI, calling the FBI. And they're like, all I can tell you is I can give a message to the people that handle this case. He's like, you don't understand. I've already talked to those people. And they're like, well, there's nothing more. I mean, literally, the lady on the phone says to him, there's nothing you can do. But then there was more audio after that. So he was blown off after he agreed to take a polygraph. They never reached out again. And he was trying to get them to call him and they never did.
I wonder why she just ignored him.
Probably Graham.
Why?
It probably messed up their schedule. Schedule, you ask, right, Heather? What do you mean schedule, Jay? What are you talking about? Oh, wait, I have one thing to tell you before we go into the schedule. One more thing. This relates to what we're talking about. Let me open it, and then we're going to get to the schedule. I hope you guys can read this.
I don't know how to read.
It's tough on my end to read it, but hopefully you guys can. I've got some really good stuff tonight, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, here is...
Oh, is this the handwritten thing?
Yes.
All right, I'll pull that up in Slack because it's very hard to read.
Okay, so I've got it blown up. I don't know if that's any good. Let's see.
Yeah, you can see. Just maybe can you blow a little bit more or no?
That's as big as I can get it.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, I can't necessarily read it myself. Okay, so the context of this note is this is Graham Coder's notes while they were sitting in the interrogation room with Chris. And the columns are her parents, Shanann, you meaning Chris, and then down below it says lover. So at the top, it says salmon fight. I can't really read that. Can you guys? Couldn't something. And then N.
The credit card, I think.
Yes. Salmon fight credit card, which I think is how Shanann figured out that they were having an affair.
Yep. Yeah, because it says salmon flight credit card.
And then it says N. Kessinger.
Mm-hmm.
And then what does it say?
Saturday.
Sunday,
yeah.
It says Saturday, Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And then what?
Something game.
Rocky's game?
Oh, yeah, Rocky's game.
Rocky's game, pool party, and
Sunday night.
Sunday night. Yep.
Okay. Then it says her parents, and he didn't put anything down under her parents because they really didn't talk about her parents. But under Shanann, he put controlling.
Mm-hmm.
What's the next one? Micromanagement.
Mm-hmm.
What's the next one?
No trust.
No let you. She made money fight you.
Kids dump off to mom.
Menu what she wants.
What she wants.
You have to answer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now he puts under Chris. Got your life back in North Carolina. Knows kids' mom. Knows kids.
Mom
something.
doesn't.
Mom doesn't. He knows the kids.
He wrote
doesn't have. Okay. Knows kids don't have asthma is what he meant.
Yep.
Don't plan on bed. Play on bed. What?
Mm-hmm.
Don't.
Didn't plan on bed.
Got you back to normal. Defended a woman that didn't respect you. What's the next one?
They should.
They should be done.
They should have been
best time.
That should have been the best time of marriage.
Yep.
You are passive and.
Oh gosh, peacemaker.
Yeah.
You are passive and peacemaker. She started it, accident, ? And he took care of the kids. Under lover. I don't know what the top one is. Her house, your house. Camping, sand dunes, junction. You love her.
Oh, her says house on market.
Yeah. The top one.
House on market. Yep. Talked and confided like never before. Lazy dog. What's the bottom one say?
Don't let her go down. What?
Yep.
Don't let her go down.
Damn.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Now read underneath that,
And he
Maligator.
underlined it.
Read under that. No, this was done online.
Echo stores audio or
On servers.
Distress recognition.
Water
Work truck
truck.
every minute.
Yeah.
Nikki text message 7 days.
7 days.
Like 7 days and we're done. It's done.
I don't know.
Text message 7
Don't
days.
let her go down.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
Wow. Well, now I can really read it.
Mhm.
Don't Echo stores
Don't
audio.
let her go down.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not going to let her go down.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't.
No.
He didn't.